All right, guys, we're going live, Instagram and Facebook. Just let me wait for the echo so I can mute that bad boy. All right, guys, legends. So this video is titled Ancient Chinese Taoist Medicine for Healing. So I spent some time this isn't the brand, it's just where I keep it. So I spent some time in Changbaishan in China, which is a really powerful place energetically. And I spent some time with a Taoist master there, and he actually got captured by the communists and he was like tortured and his body was debilitated. And he then like studied all the books like I Ching and Taoism, all the great masters. And he literally like went off into the mountains and he found this new meditation technique, which is, and pretty much he lived off like, it was like raw rice or cooked rice and just fasted and like fresh spring mountain water. And this meditation technique that I know, it basically heats you up and it like clears and detoxes like all your energetic blockages, any health disorders. So this guy went from being tortured and his body was debilitated and and completely healed himself. And even for a Chinese guy, his eyes went completely like blue. So if those of you that know about iridiology, about the eye, you can see from your eye when you zoom into it, just the different health conditions you may be going through. And so a sign of your healing journey is like clear eyes. And sometimes people actually, it appears we have black or brown eyes, but in fact, it's a different color when we completely detox the body. So it's really cool, a roadmap. But basically did that meditation, and in Taoism, they call the gut, so your intestines, the stomach through there, the 9 hells. And that is the first step on your healing journey, is actually clearing out your gut. And so you can do things like, you can do it like with that meditation he used and that, but it takes a bit of time to do it. He created this Chinese medicine. So it's actually based off the I Ching. So the 64 hexagrams, and it's really powerful stuff. So it kind of actually acts as if that meditation and practice. And so when you take it, it's a bit intense. It's pretty strong. It almost like you get a stomach ache for like a few hours and sweaty and all this stuff comes up and you're on the toilet for a while. So like 4 or 5 hours it can last, depending. I haven't had it for a little while, but I'm being called. I'm about to have some. Still got a fucking lot of it left. But I think and other ways you can do it is through like colonics and colon cleansers, and you can do it that way as well. And like detoxing the body and fasting, and there's lots of like herbal supplements if you go into Dr. Morse and this and that. But I went there and like the fruitarian things, and I know I didn't find it worked for me. So now what I just want to share with you, I think ultimately it's trusting your intuition, like, because I think a lot of teachers teach what works for them, and it may work for some people, but it doesn't always work for everyone. So I think you've got to trust your intuition. My diet now, like we're training for the marathon now, and I'm going to run for a good cause. So I'm creating a charity to solve all the world's problems. And the first step we're going to do is focusing on helping the children. So they have the tools and techniques to deal with stress and grief, anxiety and depression, so that the next generation don't have to suffer. So I think that's where we're going to start. And then, of course, like to solve global hunger, and everyone has fresh drinking water, everyone has food, everyone has shelter, everyone has a stable income no matter what. So those basic needs are met. But one thing at a time. So we're focusing on that first. But what I would say is trusting your intuition. So like I said, I'm doing smoothies a lot of the time. Even some granola and things feel called by, which some say that's probably against uh like the fruitarian stuff wouldn't say like agree with that. But I found I feel good within myself, and it's going at your own journey, and you will naturally change and morph, but it's not coming from the place of the mind of doing, of willpower. It's actually coming from your intuition and what feels right for you. I think that's very important, and I feel great. And then on the weekend, I can have what I want, even if that is meat or dairy or other things as well. But I know my body, through like getting rid of diet and getting rid of restriction and like feeling guilty when you eat, or these foods are bad, these foods are good. Just having that balance. I think it's the middle path, it's the enjoyable path, it's what works for you. I think that's the most important thing. And I feel great. Yeah, I'm on point, I'm doing all the things. But what I wanted to share with you is that I didn't feel like doing my full hour spiritual routine, my Tai Chi, my the Qigong, the breathing, the mantra, the yoga, the meditation, like connecting to my guides. I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like going to the gym today. Do you know what I mean? I don't really particularly feel like taking this medicine right now. But sometimes we talk about our big dreams and to make it happen, but are we actually willing to be that person who does these things? And it's just like going to the gym. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it is painful and we don't feel like doing it and we're a bit tired, but afterwards we always feel better. So I know even though I'm going to be in a bit of pain for 4 or 5 hours, afterwards I'm going to feel better. And intuitively, I'm not coming from willpower or someone telling me to do this. It's just my body's craving, like, all right, Sam, we need to clear this out. And it's really important. So I just wanted to share with you, like, to trust your intuition and really to do things your way. That's your secret to success. Throw out the rule book of everything you've ever learned in life. Learn to master your mind, however it is. Realize you're more than just Sam Ryan, this mind, body, and identity. Like, you're fucking God, yeah? But as God, rather than, I think, in the spiritual community, it's like we just expect it to come to us. You're God, you have to create it. You have to meet the universe halfway. Yes. And sometimes that involves doing things that we don't always feel like doing. But it's in balance. It's the enjoyable path. It's not too far one way or the other. But honestly, after the wedding, I've just like let go of restrictions and I've just ate whatever I wanted to. And it's really enjoyable. But then I just got to a point where I was like, all right, I've had my fun, and now it's the health kick. Detoxing, this and that, starting with this bad boy, exercising, going to the gym 4 times a week, doing my full spiritual routine at least 4 times a week. Really like living my life, truly living what I preach in all areas, the path of Dharma. So really on my meditation, my energy, my sleep, my nutrition, my movement, getting into nature, making time for play, being on purpose. And when I truly live from this inner God place, I tell you guys, I'm living my dream life in all areas, from my happiness, my health, my soulmate, my friends, my family, my business, my finances, and freedom lifestyle. So this is really possible for you. It really is. But are you willing to be this person? Are you willing to do the work? Because it's not always just love and light and yeah, and it's sometimes like our intuition will be telling us, but the mind will be fighting the opposite way. Yeah, but it's an enjoyable journey. It's effortless. But when you learn to master your mind and when you truly live as God. Cool. So I'm going to take this bad boy in front of you. So they always say to divide it into 6 parts energetically. Not sure why, but I can't remember, but something to do with the I Ching. And while I'm doing this, my higher self is actually calling me if you're in Sydney, Australia, so I've opened up a clinic in Surrey Hills. So if you've been following my work for a while and yeah, you've just been on the fence or this or that, then let me know, because so I'm offering these sessions now. Hey mate, I'm offering, my higher self is offering these sessions. And so it's only $200 Australian for an hour-long session. You'll be in person. We've got an awesome clinic. I'll do a video for it next time. Great energy. So if you're really ready to find your inner peace, your happiness, your dream life in all areas, from your happiness, your health, your soulmate, your friends, your family, your business, your finances, and your freedom lifestyle, then yeah, definitely let me know. There's going to be limited places, but just I feel there's a lot of people that this will benefit, and to celebrate me moving back to Sydney, Australia. But yeah, I'm here to help. So anyway, bottoms up. Oh, even the smell, a bit like, but this is part of the journey, guys. It's not always a love and light. It's these other parts too. Oh, and went down a bit hard. Oh, lucky last one. But it's good, guys. The more that you can enjoy this journey and just to accept, there's infinite love, there's infinite light, there's joy, there's bliss in that, but also the other side, the so-called stress and the challenges, and do you know what I mean? Having that side as well, like when stuff, don't go looking for it, but when that comes up, can you feel it and deal with it? Yeah, and it's enjoyable. It can be enjoyable. It is a choice, and but it isn't enjoyable coming from here. It's enjoyable coming from here, and this is just part of the journey. And look, I was watching David Attenborough, and look, these, we think life is bad, yeah, but these penguins, these emperor penguins, like they mate for life. They're born, they have an egg, and and there's these fucking birds with big beaks and come and just fucking eat their babies alive. Or there's like fucking walrus when they go swimming, like going to eat them and this and that. So it's like, it's just the world we live in. There is this other aspect as well. So, but the quicker you can accept this and enjoy this, and like life isn't that bad, guys. I know it can seem like that from the perspective of the mind, but really life is beautiful. It truly is. It truly is wonderful. Yeah. But look, sometimes we have to do the things, yeah, that we don't really love to do, but it's a choice. Yeah. And it can be fun, it can be enjoyable. And it's all about balance. Yeah. It's all about balance. And I'm not doing this because I have to, because I want to prove it to you guys. I'm genuinely, now that I'm living as God, I'm doing this because I want to, which is very different compared to the other way, thinking you need to do this to find happiness and inner peace and joy. Because that's ultimately why we do everything, yes? Learn to master this bad boy. Awaken to the truth that we're God. We're the one infinite loving awareness creator God playing in our own dream. Yes, and life is enjoyable, and you will get a lot more done than coming from doing and willpower from the mind. This is stressful. That leads to burnout. When you truly relax and let go and live as God, your life will happen to you effortlessly. I'm taking this medicine because I want to. It's just effortlessly happening. Yeah, you still saw a bit of a grimace when it went down. I'm still living a human experience, yes. But this is a part of the journey, guys. Cool. So if you're interested in a session, if you're in Sydney, Australia, please let me know. Only $200 for a one-on-one session. It's an absolute bargain. And for those of you, if you're really called to do it as well, then I'm willing to offer that as an online session for an intuitive period of time, just because I want you to experience firsthand what I offer before you commit to a longer term course or mastermind as well. Cool, guys. See you later.